Hello friends, welcome back to my monthly review videos. We're going to do May today. We had a lot of fun ones this time. I liked a lot of these. And this is my first full month of doing the complete split on all of it. Oh, beautiful. Not so much. They all look very nice. Look at that clean line. So I'm going to go over again. This is when I search for scents projects. I have all these little containers. My scents that came in a package from Northwood Distributing. And I'm testing them with my soap recipe. So each one of these different colors is a different scent to see how exactly they're going to react with my soap. I didn't really have, I did. I didn't have super big issues with any of them this month except for mainly this one, which you saw in a video. It was very fun. I have to pull out a spoon again. But we're going to start with the first one I did for the month. This was for National Space Day, and this is the one where I put glitter in the bottom to see if the biodegradable glitter would stay in it during the saponification process, and as you can tell, it did not. It did not last, which is the whole point of it being biodegradable and going away, because it's just the water hits it and it's done. So I'll be using that in my soaps, just on top. And so for this one here, we had the Mint Blossom, which if you look at the video for this, I put Lime Blossom. I even wrote Lime Blossom down when I was writing all this out a couple times. But this is the Lime Blossom. It was heavily on my mind because it angered me. But this is Mint Blossom, and this is Dark Fruit. The dark fruit, it did pretty well. It thickened up just the slightest bit. You can see that here, but not super thick. It's still a pretty clean line. It's just not, perfect. So I did give this one a 4 on acceleration, because again, 5 is no acceleration at all. It's perfect. It just stays how my soap is. So it only lost a point. It did a really good job. And I didn't really put too much black in here, and it actually turned out pretty good. So I gave it a 10 on the color morph because it didn't change my color. It may have helped darken it. I doubt it. I get the Wicked from Mad Micas, and usually does pretty good to do a dark color. Sometimes if you don't put enough, you'll get gray. And if you put too much, obviously you can't put too much mica powder in your soap or it's gonna flop. So I gave it a 10 on the color morph because it did just perfect. And the scent strength I gave a 6. It's kind of strong. It's not super strong. It didn't fill the room with smell or anything. None of these did this week. These are all pretty average scents. It's not overwhelming. It's actually pretty solid. So I gave it a 6. And so the dark fruit ended up getting a 20, which my scale is 15 to 25 is what I wanted to end up in. So this one's perfect. I like this one. It was great. It didn't, like I said, it accelerated the slightest bit, but it wasn't terrible. So I would probably use it again. It does smell really good. It smells it does smell very fruity. But it's very sweet, fruity scent, and it definitely comes off as like a, I feel like it would be like a shampoo smell. So definitely in the shower area here. And then this one, the Mint Blossom, that, like I said, I called Lime Blossom 100 times. This one did pretty good as well. The color morph on it was fine. It didn't do anything. It was perfect. I gave it a 10. It stayed the color I made it. The acceleration was a 4 because, again, it did the same thing as this one did. It just got slightly thick. You can see right here on the top where, I forget to beat down my soaps all the time. So it's not perfectly flat here. So it shows the acceleration. It didn't clean itself up, I guess. I should have cleaned it up, but it still did pretty good. And the scent strength, I gave this one a 4. It's very light. It's a nice floral scent. You can't really... It's got the mint behind it, but it's not super strong. You have to kind of get in there to smell it. So the mint blossom got an 18. So they're both inside my scale. This one did a little better than this one, but I do like it. I like them both. I may use them again. The dark fruit probably more than the mint blossom, because I have other mints that smell really nice. So I really don't specifically need a mint blossom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the dark fruit on the maybe list. I might use it again. I enjoyed it. The next soap I did was for a Mother's Day mock-up soap. It is chocolate covered raspberry and the super popular black raspberry vanilla. The black raspberry vanilla, it has I gave it a 5 for scent strength because everyone's always talking. I see it used so much in so many other different people's videos, and it sells super well. And it's just it's pretty basic scent to me. It smells like candy. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice candy flavor smelling, but it's not phenomenal like I kind of expected it to be with as popular as it is. But I gave it a 5 on the scent strength, because I mean, it's not great, but it's not awful either. It's nice. The acceleration I gave it 4 because it did the same thing as these did. It thickened up just a little bit, the slightest bit, not super bad. I wouldn't be bothered by it. And the color morph I gave it a 10 because it obviously did not change the colors. I used a pink on this and it stayed very pink, so that worked out really well. I was kind of, because it says vanilla, you know, I always expect it to get dark, so I went ahead and just made the top dark too in case it did, so it's just a whole dark bar, so it didn't matter. So overall, the black raspberry vanilla got a 19. It's still within the range, but like I said, I don't know, I'm just not blown away like I expected to be with as popular as it is. Now this one was pretty good too. This one thickened up a little more. I still gave it a 4, but it did thicken up just a slight bit more, but I also left this one out a little longer as well before I mixed it, because I make these 2 bars at a time. So I do 1 batch of soap and I do the bottoms of 2, and then I do another batch of soap and I do the tops of 2. So sometimes the second one will sit out just a little bit longer than I need to because things happen and get in your way. But this one did pretty good. I still gave it a 4, like I said, on the acceleration. Color morph was a 10. I used brown oxide on this, and that's a pretty solid brown oxide color. It definitely looks like chocolate. It smells like chocolate, but it's very, very light. It's a very light scent, so I only gave it a 2 on the scent strength because you can barely smell it. And I just think it would be nicer if maybe you'd have to use so much. And I have a chocolate scent that I already have used, and I like it. So I'll probably just go with that one in to begin with, just by itself, which is actually, it's also from Northwood Distributing. This is my big container that I had bought when I first started doing my soaps. And I haven't used this one yet, but I got a small one with my scent samples, and I used that one. So that's good. I like this one. I will use this. I'm glad I have a big container of it already because it smells really nice. And it smells just like chocolate. And obviously with the brown oxide, I can make it look just like chocolate. So maybe future dangerous soaps. Oh, I hope I didn't just put myself in the video. Don't look at me. So the chocolate covered raspberry got a 16. Like I said, it's still within my guidelines. It's just I have another chocolate that I'd rather use, and I can use chocolate and then raspberry. I would like to try a raspberry just by itself. I did not get one of those, so I might have to look for something. But I think I do have another raspberry somewhere. I might not. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I do. I think these are the 2 raspberries that I got. But if I have another one, I'll mention it and I'll bring it back to this and we'll talk about this again. But this one did pretty well overall. Chocolate covered raspberry got 16. Black raspberry vanilla got 19. So I like them. They were both nice, but I probably won't use either one of them again. Look at all that glitter. The next one I did was for, I actually put these in. I did these backwards because this one should have been done before this one, or this one should have been done before this one, and I swapped the videos and totally. But you didn't know that, so this one was just this is Lime Blossom. This is the one that I kept calling this one, but this is Mint Blossom, and it's nice. I didn't even have time to fully mix in the color, which is why I now add my color and mix it in and then the scent because of this guy. But I didn't even get a chance to mix it all the way. As far as the colors, it turned into a rock just like the Marigold and Sunshine one. But this one doesn't smell as good as that one, so it's not going to be as good and need to be used again. So it got a 1. It is nice. I mean, it smells like lime and flowers. But I gave the scent strength a 2 because it's not great. It's not very lime, or it's very light, and it caused me problems. So, and obviously on the acceleration I gave this a 1 because it turned into a rock. The color morph I gave it 10 because it didn't really change the color. I just didn't get to mix it in all the way. So it was just upsetting, and then put me behind for other things. So this one I gave it a 13. It's not. I won't use it again. It's the smell's not enough to deal with this like the Marigold and Sunshine one. That one smells so good that I would 100% deal with this again. But for this, no, I won't. However, the Lily and Hibiscus, you can see how clean the top is here. It actually kind of got a little runny. So on the acceleration, I gave it a 6. And because obviously 5 is going to be the medium where it didn't do anything. So I gave it a 6 because it got slightly runny. It definitely helped fill in all these little gaps and holes that this made. Obviously except for down on the bottom where I couldn't get to. But it filled this all in. It smells, it's very light. It does smell very nice. I do like it. It kind of reminds me, it honestly, like I kind of get, it's Lily and Hibiscus, but I kind of smell like cucumber-ish. It's like very fresh. I do like it. It's very nice. It got a 19, so it's in my scale. It's not a super bright scent that I might use again. I might do like a, I don't know, I guess I could do like a floral, like a Florida floral, because hibiscus are great. Lilies are really nice. So maybe just like, if I were to do a line of just like floral scents, I might use this again, just because of how easy it was to work with, and I'd be able to do swirls with it. So that's very possible I might use this again. Lily and Hibiscus got an 18, Lime Blossom got 13. That one's trash. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and call someone's product trash, but it did not work in my soap, which could not be made for soap. I didn't look at any of them. I just ordered 150 cents and thought this would be a great idea. So that's what we're doing. So, again, won't be using this. Might use this one. I like it. It's nice. This one, I like this one. This one was very nice. The green clover and aloe and the sugared peony. This one color morphed on me. This is supposed to be like a really light peachy pink. And obviously, it's not. See, like the bottom is more what it should be. Obviously, as I said down here, didn't get all the... But the bottom, that's why I hadn't cut these yet. But it should be more or less this very light color, this light peachy color in here, and it just turned. So as far as this one here, the color morph I gave a 6. Because it's not, it's pretty bad. It's pretty dark, but it's not like the, where's my example of terribleness? Here it is. It's not that bad. So it could be worse. And keep that down there forever. It's just going to be there as a reference to how bad it could be. But I do like it. It smells nice. I gave it a 4 on the scent. It's not super strong, but it's not like you have to like smell 3 times to kind of get it. You can smell it. It's very floral. It's very sweet. It's nice. It's perfumey. Like, it kind of reminds me of my great grandma, but it's very nice. And my mom also does really love peonies, so I might have to do it again, but I might have to find a different one or just do a darker bar like this in the first place. But we may look around for another peony. I gave this a 14, so it's right under my scale. But again, because of the darkening, I may or may not use it again. If I can find another peony, I will, but I'm going to look again. This one, green clover and aloe, it was beautiful. I loved everything about it. It smells very nice. I gave it a 10 on the color morph. It did, as I was mixing it, it started to rise up on me where it gets chunky and it looks like there's little white pieces of your soap that aren't mixing in. But once I mixed it up enough, it did kind of, it cleaned itself up. It was very nice, and it's not super terrible. You can honestly barely tell. Most of my soaps do have some sort of texture to it. They're all not perfect. Like, you can see it in this one here, because this one also rised up on me a little bit, but it wasn't enough to really be a big issue. It went and kind of came and left quick, and I also am blaming this on the glitter. So this top one here, the green clover and the aloe, it smells, it's like right in the middle out of 5. It's great. It smells nice. Honestly, it's as weird as it sounds. It kind of smells like Play-Doh, but I like it. I like Play-Doh. I was a weird kid, and I may have eaten Play-Doh at some point there. But it smells very nice. Color morph, there was none. Look at this color. It looks literally just like the mica when I put it in. It's the same color as the mica. I could lay the baggie here next to it and it would be beautiful. So this one got a 22. So this one, I will definitely use this one again. Because I don't know, I really do like the smell. Even though it reminds me of Play-Doh. It reminds me of that game you used to play on your computer where you had to make stuff in the Play-Doh factory. I don't remember what it was called, but it was awesome. This one I will use again. This one most likely not. So 22 and a 14. Green clover aloe and sugared peony. The lily hibiscus was 18. The lime blossom was a 13. That one's not being used again. The chocolate covered raspberry got a 16. Black raspberry vanilla got a 19. And the dark fruit got a 20. And the mint blossom got an 18. So these two I might use again, more or less the dark fruit. I probably won't use either one of these again unless someone requests this, which I don't. If you want to request this, I mean, there's so many other people out there that sell it. I mean, whatever. And then this one I probably will use again. I did like this one and I did like this one, but these two I will not be using again. So thank you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This Friday I am doing my Pokemon hint, the first hint for the Pokemon Search for Scents project that I'm doing alongside this. However, the Pokemon soap will have actual designs. They're not just going to be halves and halves. They're still going to be fairly split, and you're going to be able to tell which is which for the most part when you look at it, because I'm still going to keep the colors separate as far as the scents. I'm not going to mix anything together and just completely mix it, and the scents shouldn't be completely combined. So it's going to be more design and more me trying not to mess stuff up, but I did already mess one up, but it wasn't my fault. It did this to me, and so it still looks really nice. It actually turned out looking very nice, and it kind of looks like mountains. So you'll get to see that one, not this next one, but the very first one is going to be on this Friday. I'll put it up in my story on Instagram, and then on Saturday I'll do the whole reveal as a reel. And on Friday I really hope you guys check it out and see if you can figure out which Pokemon's going to be first. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.